today. I hope everybody's having a good day, good night, whatever time of day you're watching this video. Thank you for joining me. If you're joining me on the replay, thank you for watching, and I hope you will consider subscribing, liking the video, and leaving me a comment. You can leave a comment on the video, even on the replay. And I do read all the comments, and I appreciate those of you who are positive and who leave positive feedback or even ask me questions. I'm not able to answer questions when I'm live, except to tell you something, while I'm doing the reading. But I do like to interact with people while I'm reading, so we're going to get started here in a minute. I have a moderator today. Kailash is supposed to be joining me momentarily for moderating, and hopefully he will be here soon. But I am going to go ahead and get started, and hopefully someone will join me. If you're new here, Spirit gives me songs, and the song shapes the reading. So the song that I got today was a song called Do I by Luke Bryan. So I'm assuming that this is going to be a love reading, but we'll see. I'm going to give you that song. Do I by Luke Bryan. Alright, and it goes like this. Baby, what are we becoming? It feels like we're always running, rolling through the motions every day. I could lean in to hold you or act like I don't even know you. It seems like you could care less either way. What happened to the girl I used to know? I just want us back to the way we were before. Do I turn you on at all when I kiss you, baby? Does the sight of you wanting me drive? Does the sight of me wanting you? I just Freudian slipped, so it could be reversing roles here. Does the sight of me wanting you drive me crazy? Do I, Spirit help me. Do I have your love? Am I still enough? Tell me, do I? Or tell me, do I, baby? Give you everything that you ever wanted. Would you rather just turn away and leave me lonely? Do I need to give up and get on with my life? Baby, do I? Remember when we didn't have nothing but our perfect kind of loving? Baby, those sure were the days. There was a time our love ran wild and free, but now I'm second guessing everything I see. Do I turn you on at all when I kiss you, baby? Does the sight of me wanting you drive you crazy? Do I have your love? Am I still enough? Tell me, do I? Or tell me, do I, baby? Give you everything that you ever wanted. Would you rather just turn away and leave me lonely? Do I just need to give up and get on with my life? Baby, do I? Still give you what you need. Still take your breath away. Light up the spark way down deep. Baby, do I? Whoa. Do I turn you on at all when I kiss you, baby? Does the sight of me wanting you drive me crazy? Do I have your love? Am I still enough? Tell me, do I? Or tell me, do I, baby? Do I give you everything that you ever wanted? Would you rather just turn away and leave me lonely? Do I just need to give up and get on with my life? Tell me, baby. Do I get one more try? Do I, baby? Do I? So this is someone. Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm glad to have you here. The song that came through for the reading today is Do I by Luke Bryan. And basically he's saying, do I still turn you on? Does the sight of me wanting you drive me crazy? It seems like we're just rolling through the motions every day. Could I lean in to hold you or act like I don't even know you? It seems like you could care less either way. So it's like this relationship has grown cold, and there's something missing. That's the feel that this has so far. That there's a relationship that you have had or are in currently with someone, and you are wondering, do I have it still? Do we have it still? Can we make this relationship work? And the answer is, I don't know. We're going to have to ask Spirit. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to ask Spirit. The first thing I'd like to find out is how this happened. So let's take a moment and find out how this happened. Spirit, can you please move me out of the way and use whatever gifts you've given me to get a message for the collective for their highest and greatest good? It sounds like there's a struggle going on within someone's relationship or marriage, and I ask for their highest good that you give me accurate answers that they can use to either work this out or move on with their life. Thank you for using me in this way. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's take a look at maybe how this happened. This is called the Family Deck. It's got some profanity, and if that offends you, I'm sorry. It's not me, it's the cards. I didn't create the cards, and I don't know who created them, but they're pretty interesting cards. Alright, show me how this happened, Spirit. This relationship. How is it growing? It's like you're growing apart. I don't understand what happened. I want to know what happened here. What happened here that this relationship is growing apart, Spirit? Thank you so very much. Somebody wanted to unplug. You want to unplug, but you haven't. So it's like someone wants out. They want to disconnect from the relationship, or somehow they are unplugged. It's like they're just not in. They're not into it anymore. It's like something's getting in the way. Why do they want to unplug? Secretly, why do they? Because there's drama, and they're tired of dealing with the drama, and somebody is acting like it's not that serious, but it's very serious to this person, and they're not telling you that. That's what they're keeping secret from you. So if you're wondering why this person has grown cold towards you, it's because they're tired of the drama, and they know that this is serious, and you're acting like it's not. And that bothers them. All right, so what are they showing you? Watch what you say in reverse. So it's like neither one of you, I don't think, watch what you say. I think you both have a very, your communication is not good. Like your communication can be sarcastic, or you could come across as someone who is angry all the time, bitter, frustrated, that kind of thing. All right, and what's going to happen next in this relationship? May I see, please? Whoa. That's a lot. I'm going to take it, though. One of you does too many chores. You're going to have sex, and you're not going to keep shit clean. I don't know what that means, that you're not going to keep shit clean. But it means something. And somebody might message you. So hang on, I have a message. 1 second, please, while I let this person know that I'm actually busy at the moment. I'm good, sweetheart. I'm actually live on YouTube right now, so I'll have to get back to you. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm glad you're doing well, though. I really wanted to talk to you, but maybe I'll catch you after the show. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, so one of you is going to be doing too many chores. You're going to have sex, and you're not going to keep the shit clean. So maybe you're going to decide, you know what, I'm going to stop doing all this housework, and I'm just going to give you a good fuck. That's what it sounds like. Alright, let's find out a little bit more. So, you're still having sex, so that's good. I mean, at least you're having sex. You're learning lessons when it comes to jealousy and not being jealous. So, and jealousy is not an attractive trait. Let me say this. It's natural to feel jealous. That's a natural emotion that we all have. However, when we act out on that, it's not that the jealousy just lets you know you have feelings for somebody. But when you act out on that jealousy, that makes you look insecure. And you are probably being insecure. Now, if this person is doing something to make you jealous, like, sleeping with other people, because it says you're going to have sex, I don't know who you're having sex with. Are you having sex with this person, or have you already met somebody else and you're having sex with somebody else? You understand what I'm saying? I don't know yet. Just because it says you're going to have sex, it says you're doing too many chores and you're going to have sex instead of doing housework. So they might be at work while you're having sex with somebody else. We'll find out, though. That's why I'm here. All right, show me how this happened further. This is the breakup deck. Why are they breaking up? Why are they falling apart here? Show me how this happened. Okay, there we go. Whoa! Did you just see that? That card just flew out of my hand. It started with gossip. So there was gossip. Okay. All right. What's being hidden? That there's someone incomparable. Someone is incomparable, and you're not worried. So maybe you think you're the shit, and you're not worried. And maybe you are. All right, what's being shown? But that's being kept secret, okay? What's being shown? That someone feels desperate, and they're angry and missing you. They're desperate because of being angry and missing you. Alright, what's going to happen next? Because we see you're going to have sex. You're going to trust the plan, and you're not going to practice forgiveness, and you're not going to reconcile. So you have a plan to no longer be with this person. That's why they're feeling desperate. You're incomparable, or someone else, I think, is incomparable. And you're not worried about this relationship anymore. I think this relationship is over. I think this person or you have found someone new. That's what it looks like, yeah. And you want to have a commitment. Okay, so let's look at it a little deeper. Let's see what may have gone wrong here. These cards are very good at showing us exactly what could have gone wrong here. Somebody's chasing their potential and they're not looking in the sacred mirror. So, you know how we mirror each other? Some mirrors are sacred and very special. You feel like you're mismatched and this is not a sacred mirror. So you don't want to mirror this person. You're not impressed anymore with this person at all. We're going to find out what the gossip is about also. You have a future spouse and you feel like you were mismatched. So maybe you haven't married this person yet, but you were planning to. All right, show me why this relationship fell apart. May I see, please, why it actually fell apart? Because of not shared, and you didn't have shared feelings. Your shared feelings, and you felt like you were mismatched. Like this is not the right person for you. It says, together you're breaking generational patterns and becoming the example you never had growing up. But you feel like this is the same thing you went through growing up. It feels like you're mismatched. And I think you went through something when you were younger and you don't want to repeat that pattern. And so you have found someone new that you have a different vibe with, I feel. That's what I'm feeling so far. What are you keeping secret? Whoever I'm reading for. I don't know who you are in this. But what are you keeping secret from this person? Whoa. That you have a past life love. And that's why you have been growing apart. There's a past life love in your life. And that's why the two of you grew apart. because this person had a past life love. It could have been an ex that they used to be in love with, or secretly this could be your past life love and you're not going to grow apart. I don't feel that though. That's not the feeling I have here. All right, what's being shown? I feel like the two of you are really struggling. That you're going to have domestic bliss and put in mutual effort. See, you have someone new. Unless you're going to work on this particular relationship. Maybe you're going to wake up and realize that this is your past life love and you don't want to grow apart. That could be what's happening here. So you're going to have domestic bliss and the two of you are going to decide, you know what? We don't want to have what we had growing up. So we're going to put in mutual effort. But someone has to forgive because there was some sex. Yeah, they could have been the two of you. What's going to be the outcome here? That'll tell us that. What will be the outcome of the relationship that was falling apart? What's the outcome of the relationship that was falling apart? What's the outcome for the relationship? You're going to avoid that person. So you're done with them. You're done with them. But you do have somebody that's a past life love that you're not growing apart from. And you're going to have domestic bliss with this person, and you're going to both put in mutual effort. And there's gossip. And also, this person that you're going to end up with is a sacred mirror. What's going to be the outcome for the two of you that are putting in the mutual effort? You're going to be seen together. You're a dream team. Your dream team is coming out in reverse and settling. So it's almost like you're going to decide to settle. You want to be seen together. In their presence, you feel something rare, fully witnessed, deeply known, and still completely accepted. But why are you not being a dream team? You don't compete, you combine together, and you're a force to be reckoned with. And then it says you're settling. You're not content, you're convinced this is the best you'll ever get. If you knew something better was coming, would you still stay? And see, I think that's what you need. You're not quite there yet. You're not quite there yet. You're avoiding this other person, but you're not quite ready for this new person. And I think it's because you might need to have your heart's going to be open. So you are going to move on. Outcome of you settling. See, you're afraid to leave. And this is a toxic cycle you've been in, and you were afraid to leave. But you're no longer going to be afraid to leave. And once you leave this situation and stop settling, then you're going to be a dream team and be seen with this new person. It could be same sex for some of you. You could be leaving a heterosexual relationship for same sex, or you could be same sex leaving for a different same sex. Look, somebody says, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Withholding communication doesn't create peace. It creates pressure, confusion, and emotional isolation. So this person is avoiding you and giving you the silent treatment. The unplugging part, maybe that they have blocked you or they're going to on all of their equipment. So, it looks like you're leaving a bad relationship because you've already found somebody new. And when that happens, it's just a matter of when are you going to do it. Like, are you ready? Are you ready to get out of this toxic cycle and move on to this beautiful relationship I see on my table? Or are you going to continue to be afraid to leave? Let's look at, where's my cards? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out which cards I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. No, that's not what I want. They're down here. Alright, what's this gossip? What is the gossip that we're hearing? Hold your questions, please. Kailash is moderating, and he will put you on the list for the question and answer portion, which is almost ready to go. We're almost there. Kailash will put you on the list, okay? Ask the moderator, Kailash, to put you on the list. And do not post your question until he tells you to, okay? Alright, so what's the gossip? This is a nightmare and there's a copycat. I don't know if somebody's pretending to be somebody else or if this is a twin flame. That's my twin flame card. But it looks like you are dealing with someone who's a twin flame or soulmate. It's a nightmare. Somebody has been total drama in action, and this has been a nightmare. All right, what's the gossip? This is how it happened. It started out with gossip, which usually starts because of something that truly happened, and then the story grows as it gets told. It was a nightmare, and somebody was venting and talking about your issues. When people do that, that is not a friend, is it? Okay, or maybe they were just telling a friend and then that wasn't a real friend and then it got told to somebody else. Alright, what's the gossip that started this? That somebody was getting a room, a hotel, motel suite, or they were going on a business trip and it ended up with pleasure. So you could have been out of town working and you called for room service. Like the escort kind. Or you could have just met somebody in the bar, at the restaurant, or somewhere near the hotel and you got a room. That's what people are saying. Alright, what else are they saying? And this has caused you to not be able to heal. That somebody was going on a movie date and fulfilling a fantasy. So you got a room with someone and you also had a movie date that you were fulfilling a fantasy. And there was someone who was a fake friend. And I think that's who started the gossip. I'm so sorry that happened. But to be honest with you, if you really did those things, then, you know, that's your problem. I mean, that's your fault. The fact that somebody, you know, went back and told it is bad. But what's really bad is that you did it to begin with. But I don't know if you did it to begin with, but you definitely met somebody that was better than the one you were with, is what it sounds like to me. Because you're going to end up having domestic bliss, putting in mutual effort, and being seen together as a dream team. That's like public eye type stuff. You could be in the public eye. You could be someone who doesn't want people to know about your relationship just yet because you haven't hit the other one. You haven't broke it up yet and you haven't made that announcement yet. You don't have to be celebrity stats. I mean, you could be, but this could just be someone that's very prominent in their community and people look up to you and respect you and would never expect that you would do something like this. Any more gossip that we need to be aware of? That someone needs anger management. You remember we saw over here that they are missing you and they're angry. Or they're not missing you and they're not angry is what it's saying, but they feel desperate, which makes me think that they were angry and because they were missing you. What did they do when they were angry and they were missing you? They had that private relationship because they felt like yours was outdated. So they felt like your relationship was outdated and discarded. So they decided to have a private relationship. Somebody was doing drugs and they're not spoiled. Alright, what's the outcome of the private relationship? What are people saying is going to be the outcome? Oh my God. They're saying they don't even have to look into this, that's trash. Okay. What's the truth? That doesn't always... That you're going to stand your ground and be ready to defend yourself. And what are you going to say? You're going to say, chill out, you hater. Chill out, hater. You're depressed because you and I couldn't make it work. And I found someone who could. So when it comes to the question, do I still turn you on? The answer is, it's an emphatic no. In this case, it's a definite no. And there's Someone who does drugs and they're busy a lot. I don't know why they're doing drugs. That's none of my business. That's a gossip. Okay. So let's look at this new relationship, because we see the two of you are going to be a dream team who are going to be seen together. But right now you're having to get rid of this other person that it's like you feel desperate and you're pissed off. Somebody secretly thinks they're incomparable and they're not worried. I don't know what that's all about, but that sounds, maybe you know that you're incomparable and you're not worried. Or maybe they know you are and so they're not worried. Somebody's incomparable and there's somebody who has no worry whatsoever about that. Okay, so let's put these away. Congratulations on meeting this new person. They seem like they're going to be a very good match for you. Let's look at that. What are the vibes between you? I'm going to clean up all this old energy. I think the one you were having sex with is the new one. Personally, that's my thoughts. Or if you haven't, you're going to. Alright, so show me the vibe between you and this new person. Somebody is a narcissist and they feel like things are hopeless. That's not the new person, but that could be how you feel because of the one you're leaving. Show me the vibe between the new people, the two new people. They're running because somebody's a narcissist. Show me the new people, the two new people that have met. They feel trapped with a narcissist. Okay, so you're afraid to get out of that relationship. Alright, so the reason why your old relationship is still showing up when I ask about your new person is because you're still trapped with the old one and you haven't told them that it's over. So I'm going to ask Spirit to look into the future and ask, if you do tell this person that it's over and you announce that, and the two of you finally end your relationship. And if you're legally married, then you get a divorce. Okay, so we're looking into the future now at what would happen if you were no longer in this old toxic cycle. Okay, what would happen between you and the new person? That's what I want to know. I want to see if Spirit can show me that. Spirit may not be able to because you might still be so stuck in the old cycle. But we're going to try, okay? The new person, how do you feel about them? You're exhausted and you feel like you don't want this to be just wishful thinking anymore. Like, I think this has been something you have wished for and you're just tired of wishing for it. So whoever you are, I think you're the person that is single and your person is stuck in a relationship with somebody else that they're not happy with. But reverse any roles you need to. So you're tired of the wishful thinking, the nostalgia, the deja vu, not getting a second chance. So you could have known this person before. Like I said, it could have been an ex that you want to come back. How do they feel about you? That's how you feel. How do they feel about you? They're having an epiphany. And Archangel Michael is here because things are stuck and stagnant. So they're realizing that Archangel Michael is going to have to help them get unstuck. Because if what you're afraid of is if you don't stay with this person that you're with, you're going to lose your stability. Like, you two have your finances combined. You probably own a home together or rent one together. All your money might be combined in the bank. You might have children together. There's a lot at stake here for you to walk away from this, relationship. But you're unhappy in it. And you've met somebody new that is willing to give mutual effort, and you would be seen as a dream team. So, what's your epiphany besides Archangel Michael? You're realizing realizing that you're dealing with a psychopath. That's the psychopath that keeps showing up in our collective. So you're realizing you're dealing with a psychopath, abusive, conniving, and unpredictable. And this other person is tired of this feeling like it's wishful thinking. What's the connecting energy? Ooh, the cards are going on the floor. The connecting energy between the two of you is that there are possibilities. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, and believe in yourself. But you need to have good boundaries because this other person is going to try everything. They're going to pull out all the stops to try to keep you. They're a narcissist. They're going to act like, they're going to gaslight you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry you're in this. Alright, show me the possibilities, please. What's possible here? What are the possibilities here? Thank you so very much. Wow! Look who came out. Divine Masculine came out. I would give up a psychopath for my Divine Masculine or a Divine Masculine. It doesn't have to be yours. It's just an authority. Somebody with discipline who's a father figure. This person is business-minded. They're compassionate. They're loyal. They treat their woman with the utmost respect and dignity. And she is also a very special part of his life as well. The two of you are showing up as divine masculine and feminine energy. You can't do it today, though. So we need to find out when it will be possible. Okay, so we know what we're dealing with now. It doesn't have to be your divine masculine. It's just energy. It can be any divine masculine and feminine. The two of you don't have to. I don't know that any of us have to be together. Like, it could just be energy and we're just drawn to one another because we're at that place in life where we have grown past the bullshit and we're ready to have something serious. It just might be energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be that particular person. It doesn't have to be, maybe that's just the first one you ever met and you were like, damn. But now that you've even grown past that, you're like, I don't have to have that person. It just has to be a person that's willing to put in the mutual effort, the same as I. You know, I don't know what divine masculine and feminine energy really is. Nobody does. And I think that the internet has really given us a bad misconception when it comes to it, because to feel like you have to be with a specific person and like they made some kind of soul contract with you is a little bit, in my opinion, out there in left field. And I'm just, trying to be real and rational with you, okay? If that's been your experience, then congratulations. But for the majority of us, it's not been our experience. And so I'm speaking for myself and for the majority of people, okay? So I think that masculine and feminine energy at that level can be attracted to each other. And it doesn't have to be a specific person. It just is energy. And you will attract it from wherever, because you are embodying that energy and you attract what you are. So if you are divine masculine, you're not going to attract somebody who's trash, which is what they were saying about you. And they didn't even look into it. They just called you trash. But secretly someone is incomparable and they're not worried about what other people think. They don't care. They don't care. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't care either. And you can take what I believe with a grain of salt and do what you want to with it, but I'm here to keep you grounded in reality. I'm going to pull tarot. And as soon as I finish pulling this tarot on this reading and see how it's going to turn out with this new relationship of yours, then we're going to do Q&A. Okay, Kailash? All right, Spirit. How are you working right now in this situation with the do I? How are you working with the old relationship and helping move into the new one? Because the only thing stopping you is fear. There it is right there. Your strength. Spirit's working on your strength so you can be happy. That strength in reverse is fear. When your strength is in reverse, you're afraid. When your strength is upright, you're courageous. So the opposite of strength would be fear. Okay? So right now, your Spirit is working on your fear so you can have happiness again. Okay? All right, what's the energy to overcome? Woo, that flew out. There she is, right there. You're not going to if that's the energy to overcome, you're going to be fine because she's in love with you. I can tell you that right now. All right, what's going to pull this together? Whoops. Whoa! Somebody's in trouble with the law because I got judgment and justice together as the what's pulling it together. So there's going to be justice because of someone's bad judgment. So whatever was done wrong here is going to be made right. And this could be your wife. Oh my God, there's going to be a tower. I can't stop on a tower. I'm going to go till I get to the end of this. And when I get to the end, that'll be the tower. And then we'll ask about the tower, okay? Spirit, what tarot do I need to use? I'm going to use this one. The Eight of Wands and the Emperor. I can't make this up. This man is about to blow your phone up. He wants to talk to you. And no, you're not an identical match for each other. So that means it's just energy. And you've been drawn to one another. Because you were, and there's the judgment. Somebody is no longer wanting to talk to you because they're realizing the truth. I think we're talking about both people at the same time. Why is strength in reverse? Please show me. Because of the sun, which is what we have here, and that Eight of Wands. There's going to be some movement, some forward movement. I don't know if it's travel. I don't know if it's messages, but it's movement. It's getting somewhere. You're going to be getting somewhere here. Why is strength here? Because of Virgo, the Hermit is showing up. I hear something ringing. Do you hear something ringing? Hey, I'm on YouTube Live. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Sorry about that, guys. That was somebody who should be watching. Alright, so you're soul searching because you realize you have too much fear and that you need to get out of this relationship. You're dealing with a Leo for sure. There's a Virgo, there's a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and then there's a lot of Libra energy, and then there's a lot more fire. Sagittarius and Aries are also joining Leo. But there's 3 Leo cards on this board so far. 2 Libras, a Virgo twice. So there's 2 Leos, 3 Leos, 2 Virgos, Capricorn, Taurus, 2 Libras, okay? Aries and Sagittarius. That's what we have so far. Not a lot more than Leo right now. I mean, Leo is... come on, people. Okay. We already know what you're soul searching about, but let's clarify. Oh, you want justice for some reason. So you're actually soul searching. Lord Jesus. When spirit clarifies major arcanas with major arcanas, you're going through something major in your life. This might not have anything to do with your new relationship. It could be this old one, or it could be something else that happened to you. What is going to be your outcome of... Oh, we're going to find that out in a minute. Why is the sun here? So we already have major arcanas clarifying themselves. The sun is here because when you look back, we got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which is absolutely no movement. It's like somebody just completely stopped trying. They gave up. They had no strategy and they stopped trying. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So you're looking back. This is about money now. You're looking back at how somebody may have cut you off financially. Completely cut you off financially. And you're looking back at that and you're thinking about how happy you would be maybe if you could cut somebody else off completely financially. That could be what's being said here. Is I'm going to cut that bitch off completely financially. Because remember in the song it was saying, don't I give you everything you've ever wanted? Remember when we had nothing? And those were the days. I don't know if you heard the song at the beginning of the reading, but that's what the song was saying. Alright, so what's going to be the outcome of cutting them off financially? You already have. You already have. You broke this person's heart. They're recovering from it, though. This person was cut off completely financially by something. It could have been losing a job, or this person may have stopped giving them money. I don't know what happened here. But for some reason, that they're healing from that. Why is the Empress the energy to overcome? Because she's breaking up with you. She no longer has any feelings for you, and she's breaking up with you. So you're the person that's in the toxic cycle with her. Alright, and why is Judgment here? So it is going to be tough to get over her, because it's tough to get over somebody like her. Judgment is the Ace of Wands in reverse. So the judgment is that you're not ready. You're putting off doing the inevitable. You're delaying what you have to do here. You know what you have to do. You know you have to leave this person. You have to. They're a psycho. Why are you delaying this? Because of the tower. You know there's a tower coming, and you're trying to prevent this tower, and it's about you moving on and being reluctant to change, but knowing that you need this transition. You need to do this, but delaying it uselessly. Putting off the inevitable. Alright, and what's the Justice? Because we're going to find out what the Tower is in a moment. The Justice is a King of Cups in reverse. So, I don't know if it's a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. It can be either or any of those signs. But he is no longer going to be in love. And why does that bring justice? Because of setting priorities when it comes to having you being so afraid of leaving this. So it looks like the justice here is that this person is going to tell you that they're no longer in love with you either. Neither one of you want this anymore. And that's going to be when you're going to realize, I think the Tower is that you're going to realize they don't want to be with you anymore either. Clarify the Tower. Yeah, it's a King of Wands. There's someone else here who is very dependable, goal-oriented, a go-getter. This person could wear a suit and have short brown hair. They like to go on top of a tall skyscraper-type building to think and sit and figure out how they're going to maneuver situations. But what you're realizing is that you have to move on, but you're staying with this person. He's upright. This is the Leo. This Leo is having a realization about his fear of moving on. Okay, and what's the Tower over here? That there's a Queen of Swords. That's Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. So you thought she was going to take everything, but she's not going to be able to. And look, somebody's going to get a brand new pinnacle, a new opportunity. So where you are getting rid of this person, this Queen of Swords, she's a Libra. I feel like she's a Libra. She's gonna get nothing. She deserves to get nothing. But she won't be able to stand on her own 2 feet if she gets nothing. So what will be the outcome for her? She's gonna have a wheel. Why is she having a wheel? What's the wheel for her? She's gonna get clarity and truth. And what will that lead to? She's going to have her independence back. And she's no longer going to have to get help from anyone. So whoever this Queen of Swords is over here, that's realizing they have nothing, they've lost everything, they are actually going to be independent again because of the truth and clarity coming out. And they're no longer going to take handouts like help. They're not going to have to beg for help. They're not going to be breadcrumbed anymore. So someone was breadcrumbing this woman. This could be her. I'm not sure who all these people are. You know who they are, though. But there's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius over here who they're realizing that they've lost it all, but they're going to have a new opportunity with clarity in their life. They're going to see through all the bullshit. They're cutting through the bullshit, and they're going to have a prosperous victory, the Nine of Pentacles. They're going to stand on their own, and there's no longer going to be unbalanced taking. And look, they're going to also have a relationship. Show me their relationship. Oh, baby, look. It's the Emperor. It's the Emperor, and the Emperor is unhappy. That's the one that's going to end up with the Emperor. That's the one that has the fear. What's the outcome for these two? Okay, y'all are going to have a new opportunity that's going to lead you to literally everything. So you're just afraid. Your tower is that you're afraid, and you're actually going to have something that leads to everything with this King of Wands. There's fire and air showing up here together. You're getting out of a relationship with someone who's a King of Cups, it looks like, to be with someone who is going to be a power couple with you. Both of you are going to have this new opportunity. And you're actually an Emperor and an Empress, but you're air and fire. And there's going to be a breakup. This Empress is breaking it off with that King of Cups so she can be with the Emperor. Y'all are just showing up, I think. Outcome of your new pinnacle. No longer you're coming out of denial. You're not overthinking anymore. What are you doing? You're going to have a brand new start. You guys are going to have a beautiful future together. Holy cow. And someone could be spying from a fake account. These two people are about to have a beautiful future. Spirit's working on happiness. This Emperor is so unhappy with the person that he's been with, and he wants to be with someone new. And they're going to have this Empress. It's not his exact match, but he's going to be very happy with her. Outcome of this Emperor and Empress. I think I'm right about this. Yeah, they're going to have stability. Four of Pentacles. What else? Oh, they're going to have to do something to win. Why are they fighting? Because that's what it's going to take for them to have public recognition of each other. You remember they're going to be seen together? Someone's going to put up a fight. You remember the psychopath? They're going to put up a fight for these two to be together. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work. This person hasn't learned their lesson, and it's not going to work. These two people are going to have... They're going to be very high status. Like, I think they're going to be pillars of their community, or famous in some way, or semi-famous, or just very well popular in their community or something. They're going to be very well paired together. And when people look at the two of them together, they're going to see what true love actually looks like. And this person and you are going to be happy for the first time in a very long time. And I am not one to blow smoke like this up anybody's ass. And if you ever watch my videos, you know that. So for this to be coming out, there's some truth to it, believe me. You're about to have happiness like you never thought possible, because you've been through a lot with somebody, or a lot of somebodies, but somebody's actually a psychopath that you're getting away from, and this person could end up in trouble with the law because of being mean to you. Is there anything I need to know about this before I close? Anything we need to know about this new relationship? It's soulmate. So I think the one that you're leaving is the twin flame, or maybe you don't have a twin flame. But Spirit's saying it's a soulmate, and it's not a new love. It's somebody you've known for a little while. All right, what else do we need to know? That here and now, somebody here and now what? They're unavailable. Okay, and we saw that they haven't broke it off with the other person yet. What's going to be the outcome of that? They're going to put away the computer. Why? They need to practice self-care. And what else? Somebody's in denial. What are you in denial about? See, I think this is your fear. You're in denial about longing for forgiveness, true love, and children. What's the truth? That you need stability in your finances, and that there's no chemistry, and you won't let this person go. So you are, and look, there's marriage showing up here. So you could be married to this person, and you think this is true love, and that you should forgive because this person is a psychopath who is using the fact that there's children involved and that this is true love to keep you stuck in fear and second guessing yourself as to whether or not you should stay with them. But Spirit is saying that right now, this person is unavailable. Put away the computer and practice self-care. You need stability in your finances. There's no chemistry, and you won't let this go. And so what's going to be the final outcome here? You're going to take that leap of faith. Somebody has an addiction, and they're going to get support for their addiction. And they're going to have abundance. And they're going to retreat from this other situation. So somebody's going to take a leap of faith and get support for an addiction. Good for you. Outcome of you doing that. You'll be on different pages. What else? It doesn't matter if you're on different pages. Somebody wants to play hard. This person is trying to keep you stuck in addiction with them. They're trying to interfere by keeping you stuck in this addiction. What are you going to do about it? You're going to get balance. You're going to get help for your addiction. And you're going to stop being strictly sexual with this person. This was strictly sexual. Use your intuition, Spirit says. You know what's going on here. Alright, so I'm going to pull some guidance and outcome for the entire collective. In case for some reason this just wasn't your reading, and I'm sorry if that was the case. Can I see what might be the outcome in our home lives today, Spirit? Whoa. In your home life, you're going to have love. You're going to have beauty. You're going to have blessings, travel, and freedom. They all came out in reverse. So there's a little something that you need to do here. But you're going to have someone you love that's beautiful, that you want to travel to see because of blessings. And you need your freedom to do that. And that's what's going on at home. So you're working on how you can get to travel to see someone beautiful. Or you might be that beautiful person. Work life. How are you working in our work life today? That Empress having the commitment and passion. The Empress having commitment and passion. Alright, so Spirit's working on you having maybe a job or some sort of commitment of this Empress, this fertility. This is a very powerful feminine. She's going to have passion. Alright, it might be something she's passionate about and she's going to do for work. And what's your surprise for today? Today's surprise is that clarity that you're going to get. And we saw that on the tower. Okay, and love life. What's going on in your love life? Because we see that. Oh my God. You're manifesting your love life to be transformed. And it's being transformed right in front of my eyes. And what's your role here? What does Spirit expect of you today? Anything you need to do today from Spirit. Spirit says you need financial health. So you need money. And how are they going to get that, Spirit? Because you have protection. You're being protected. Somehow your spiritual... Why did I say spiritual? Your financial health is being protected. Alright, and what's your outcome? Whoa. Your outcome is that you are going to... I can't hold on. You're going to finally have confidence. You're going to get what you need to make this decision and no longer have fear. Because you're going to realize that truth, that clarity, that you're going to get some truth. There's some truth, some honesty that's coming in today. And that's going to be your surprise, okay? And it's going to cause someone to travel because they need freedom. And maybe the freedom is from this addiction. But they're going to be with someone beautiful that they love at home. That's what I'm seeing. Anything else we need to know? Your animals, okay? Spirit saying you have animals that you love. And you also have spirit guides that are watching over you. So you have a lot going on that's good today in your life. Your love life, it looks like, is where Spirit is really focusing. So maybe you just need something new. You've been stuck with someone who's a psychopath, and it's time for you to have something beautiful. And Spirit is allowing that to happen. Card in the wrong deck. We have this. Look. On the bottom of the deck is the music card. The card in the wrong deck is the music card. So the two of you somehow are connected by music. You could be a songwriter, a singer, a musician, or you might just love music like I do. Alright, so spiritual gifts for this collective in home life. At home, you are going to celebrate a doorway. At home, you're celebrating an open door. Alright, work life. In your work life, you have nature. You could work outdoors, or you're going to go outdoors and work. Like, I need to go out there and I need to finish work in my yard that needs to be done. You're going to get grounded in work outside or playing outside. Surprises. There's that music. And you're going to get some money today that you're not expecting. Some coins. Could be cryptocurrency, or you could find some coins, like, finding coins. I don't know, coins came out. It could mean that surprisingly you're going to get money, and music is maybe part of that. I don't know. Alright, somehow the music is bringing in the money. I don't know. Alright, love life. In your love life, you have feathers. Okay, anything else? I mean, that's probably enough. You're going to find, oh, there it is. I knew it. Someone's going to come see you, or you're going to go see someone beautiful. You're traveling in your love life. All right, and what is your role? Your role is that you're going to have a job. Spirit's about to give you a job. If you've been applying for work or interviewing for work, your job is on the way. There's your job. And what will be your outcome? Your role is to work. You might already have a job. Spirit's saying just do your work with your hands. You're good with your hands. The outcome is going to be you're going to see things from Spirit's perspective. Spirit's going to give you that clarity. You're going to see things like you've never seen them before. And there's the tree of life. I want to know more about your work life. Anything else for work life? Abundance. I knew it. You're going to have either a raise or something is going to happen at work. You're going to get a job and have money. You're going to start getting money, and it's going to be a surprise that comes maybe through working in something music related. But somehow music is related to your work. Or it may just be separate. It might just be that you're working. No, this is nature. I'm sorry, nature. You're gonna have nature and abundance. So get grounded, because you're gonna have a job. Your role is to work. So be grounded. You're gonna surprisingly have more money today, and you're gonna travel and see this from Spirit's perspective. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. And we saw that you were going to have a new relationship. Anything else at home? What are you celebrating at home? You're celebrating something. You're celebrating your home and your loved ones in spirit. So your house, you're celebrating a house. Spirit's opening a doorway, maybe to a place for you to live that's a new house. Or someone else might be moving into a house that you rent out or something like that. And your loved ones in spirit are with you. Your mother, I feel it's your mother, or it's a woman for a lot of you who crossed over, and she may have crossed over relatively young. This could be, it could also be a wife that passed away, or a husband. And y'all had a child. It could have been child too. It could be either, anybody. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's happening, you guys. That's beautiful. I mean, today's reading is so beautiful. I love it when my people from India show up. It makes the videos 110% better. I have to give you credit. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here, for loving me, for listening to me. All right, let's get some funny. I want to hear something funny. I love these cards. All right, give us a message. Oop, there we go. Pencil it into your schedule. The power of serenity now. So put some serenity in your schedule today, okay? Don't work all day. All right, what else? Oh, okay. Spirit wants to see me exercise. Okay. Cultivate inner booty. Buddhy. Cultivate inner booty. Have a beautiful day. And live a like a jelly donut full of peace. Find your fucking center. Spirit said find your fucking center. Spirit said it, not me. Okay, and then this one says chakras loaded and ready. Zen as fuck. So align your chakras, okay? That's what's being noted here. These cards are so funny. I love them. Whoever made them had a great sense of humor. I gotta give it to them. Alright, there's one more thing I would like to do before I close this and go into Q&A. I want to give you some guidance. Spirit, how do we want to do guidance today? For one thing, we want to find out what message your best friend has for you today. Message from best friend. May I see, please? Best friend, what would you say? There's no better time to bet on yourself, and snack time can be any time. So you might be somebody who likes to eat snacks, but they're saying there's no better time than now to bet on yourself. Okay? Don't be afraid. You got this. You got this. And the other thing I want to give you for guidance today is da, da, da. It's down at the bottom, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Spirit wants me to tell you how you are essential. And that's what I'm going to do. How are they essential, Spirit? May I see, please, how this collective is essential when it comes to this reading or any other situation they need to hear about? Make it go. Love yourself. Self-trust is the first secret of success, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Loving yourself, truly loving yourself, lays a firm foundation for building the life you want. Of course, even the most confident among us struggle sometimes when they look in the mirror. We all have weaknesses and flaws, areas we're ashamed of or embarrassed by. But sometimes those things aren't really flaws at all. We've just been looking at them the wrong way. Today, take a few moments and try to reframe your imperfections. They aren't combative. You are filled with passion. You aren't bossy. You're a natural leader. You aren't too much. You're just still finding the people who can handle you. You aren't a crybaby. You're deeply empathetic. You aren't a softie. You have a heart full of love. You aren't naive. You believe in the goodness of people. You are better, stronger, and more beautiful than you give yourself credit for. Let's start believing that. And then, where is your home? Where is your home? As much as I converse with sages and heroes, they have very little of my love and admiration. I long for a rural and domestic scene, for the warbling of birds and the prating of my children. John Adams. They say home is where the heart is, but that home isn't necessarily a place. Home is wherever your family is, wherever the people who you love the best are waiting for you. Your family might be your husband and kids, or your mom and dad, or your brother and sisters. Or it may be a family that you've chosen, made up of dear friends and trusted mentors. It is with your family that you can let down your guard and be open and vulnerable to learning and growing. It is when you're surrounded by love that you feel safe enough to take a risk. Families encourage us to fly, but give us a safe place to land. Call your family today. Even if you are far from home, you are never far from their love. Okay? And I feel that. You all, believe it or not, are that place for me where I feel like I can let down my guard and be myself. And I don't have to pretend, and I can be very transparent and vulnerable here. And I appreciate that. For the most part, you all are very kind and considerate and full of compliments and just so kind to me. And I love you for it. Okay, so Kailash, if you'll get that list together for me, I'm going to take a quick break and then I'll come back and we'll do some Q&A. And I don't have anything to do today. So if you're here for a question, I'm happy to answer it for you. And I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back. so they have a lot of work to do today. I'll be right back. I just wanted to grab my phone and make sure I didn't have any messages from the employer. You're not going anywhere. I'm not back in. Lock it. Like, oh, sorry about that. Otto had to go to the bathroom, and Cosmo was insisting on being with me. So here's Cosmo. All right, Kailash. Anybody got a question? I'm sorry that it took so long. I had a lot. He knocked a drink over. You want to know what the universe wants to tell you about the relationship with Jewel, and what Jewel is thinking of you? Are you coming back as lovers, or is this separation the end? Okay, are you still here? Come here. Are you still here? Fuck. Excuse my language. Yukin, are you still here? I don't think they're still here. I'm sorry it took so long. I had a mess to clean up. Are you still here? Hey, Shrestha, how are you, baby? Okay, so I'm going to answer your question about Jewel, okay? Alright, how does Jewel feel about him? May I see, please? resentment and apprehensive so far. Hey, Cosmo, get on my shoulder. Come on, bud. Come on. Get on Mama's shoulder so I can read. You know I gotta read. Show me how she feels. Show me her true feeling. That's a lot. Show me her true feelings. There we go. Oh, Spirit says you know already. You have an inner knowing. You have telepathy and your intuition is very strong. What your intuition is telling you is true. I think this person has been very cold and closed off to you. Can you show me what that might look like for her? How she's feeling about him? How does she feel about restoring this relationship? She feels like she doesn't want any secrets. Alright, what else? She's reached her limit. This is over. It's her final straw. She's done with this. She feels like somebody knew better than to do what they were doing. Like they were hiding things. And I don't think this is coming back together. I think she's done. But I'll ask the universe to give us clarity. May we have clarity. Will she ever come back? May I see, please? A year from now, don't stop. Reconsider. So it looks like a year a year from now, she might reconsider. Now, it's saying don't stop. So there's something that you are doing that you need to keep doing. Okay? And we're going to try to find out what that is. What is it that this person needs to do in order for this person to come back? What do they need to keep doing? Don't have so much ego. You're somebody who has too much pride and too much ego. And what else? No. Get over here. Get over here. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Get up here. Get on top of my head. Thank you. Oh, here he comes. He loves these cards. There was a lot of toxic patterns in your relationship. This person saw you for who you were, okay? And it was not pretty. You also may owe them an apology. I'm going to pull some cards, and I don't want you to take this as a personal attack on you in any way. I'm just trying to help you to see how you can get this person back, okay? Because they're coming back in the next year. They might reconsider if you keep doing what I'm suggesting. What's the healing that needs to take place? Being fixated and silenced. Maybe you're trying to talk too much. You need to talk less about what you're doing and do, it's like, don't tell me what you're going to do, show me. That's the feel this has. And don't be so fixated. So it's like you're fixated on this. You can't you're obsessed. Come on, get on my shoulder and stop it. One more time. Oh, okay. Don't be cold, don't be childish, and somehow void, empty, and judgmental. Be non-judgmental, okay? Don't put any judgment on this. Alright, now I'm going to give you some guidance on how you can move through this gracefully and get to the other side, okay? May I have guidance from the universe about how he can move through this and get this person to come back into his life? I got 2 cards for you. I'm going to give them all to you because you need them all. My throat chakra's closing. Number 31. You will never get what you want to hear here. You will always get what the universe has for you to hear. And that's just how it is. This is in reverse, the prison waif. Challenge. Your challenger. As you Are you a prison of worry, distrust, cynicism, and fear? Do you constantly tell yourself there's not going to be enough? Or do you see only lack and poverty where you look? Perhaps your expectations are negative results and repercussions serve to keep you imprisoned by your own thoughts. Do you feel that you're not allowed to have success in life? When the prison waif comes as your challenger, he warns you that you're now seeing in your life the results of those negative thoughts and expectations. If you don't like what you see, it's time to transform the way you see it. If you aren't happy with your life, change your thoughts. That alone has the power to change your life. Difficulties are learning curves right now. Just remember that this prison won't hold you for long. Take the time to learn about mistakes and lessons. Ensure later and have greater success. So think about these lessons that I've been discussing with you and what you can do to change so that you'll have success later, okay? And you're having this lack mentality when it comes to this relationship and maybe life in general because you may come from a place of poverty and it's hard to see abundance when you never see abundance. But you have to be able to imagine it and think about it before it becomes reality because it begins in our mind. It's a mental thing. Reality is a mental thing. You know that. I'm preaching to the choir here. All right. The wise woman of Wonderland brings integrity to thought, word, and deed. She lets you know that as long as you're in the flow of honesty and being true to your word, she keeps you under her protection and care. When she appears as your ally, she signals a time when honesty pays off, yielding greater dividends than you expected. You'll be thankful that you remained faithful and loyal to that path. She reminds you that compromise isn't always an option. Stay true to yourself and find first and stay true to yourself first and foremost. Although it may appear that you could lose something as a result, you can never lose what is truly yours. So you need to keep yourself on the path you're on of integrity and stay true to yourself. Even if it looks like you might lose something, you're not going to lose what belongs to you. Cosmo, stop it! It's mating season, and he don't know how to act in mating season. Stop it! I said that's enough. He's biting me hard, and it's because he's trying to mate with me, but I'm not his mate. All right. When the Ice Queen comes to challenge you, she asks you to look at the illusion of ownership. Do you believe you truly own anything in the world? For example, do any of us really own land? Do we own ideas? Or is it that we simply laid claim to something we believe we're entitled to? Even inspiration is borrowed from spirit and shared by all in the field of divine consciousness that permeates everything. Others have thought of even your most ingenious ideas somewhere else in time, and so what? Life incarnate is short. When you transition, you take nothing with you from this material world. The Ice Queen calls upon you to release your hold on your relationships, your belongings, your home, and all aspects of your life. Let life flow as it will. Everything is impermanent. Once you recognize that everything is seen as a living miracle that it really is, and you won't be frozen into self-induced limitation, It's time to let go of ownership in general and be grateful for and enjoy what you've been gifted with. So stop being fixated on this person and having them back and focus on your own healing. And the universe is going to bring them back to you within the next year, is what it was saying. But let me ask when they might be back. When might they be back if he does this healing that you're suggesting? Spirit says, take a break. It's going to be later than you think on a holiday. Can you give me something more specific? Spirit said it's going to be in the morning, but stop obsessing first. And February is here. So it could be in February in the morning when you see this person. But you have to do the healing, and you have to stop obsessing first, okay? You're very welcome, sweetheart. Anybody else? Kailash, would you like me to ask a yes or no for you? If you need to remove distractions while you're studying, then you need to just do away with whatever's distracting you. You have to get somewhere quiet. And if it's your own mind that's distracting you, then I suggest meditation to quiet your mind, and ask the Spirit while you're meditating to help you to focus only on your studies, okay? Because I used my psychic abilities to go all the way through school. Everything I did in school, I channeled my way through. And that's why I'm good at what I do. Because it's enmeshed in my spiritual life. I don't have to pull cards to tell you what to do. Oh, he is so turned on. Look, he's showing off. Silly buoy, silly buoy, silly buoy. You're welcome, baby. You're welcome. That'll help you, though. If you do what I'm suggesting, that'll help you. Okay. Kailash, do you want a yes or no on your question? Okay, well, I have someone else that wanted me to ask a question for them, and I'm going to ask it now. They're going through some struggles right now, and they want to know if their insurance company is going to pay for some damages that need to be repaired. Come here. And I'm going to ask Spirit if that insurance company is going to pay. Will the insurance company pay once they do the evaluation? Will they pay? No. It's still saying no, they're not going to pay. But on the bottom of the deck, yes. Remember I told you the other night when we did the private reading that you have to insist that they do this. When they say no, you need to say, hey, what am I paying you for? Why am I paying for insurance if it's not going to cover simple repairs like a roof that's leaking? All right, so, hey! Ho! 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 If he will get, if he will stand up for himself and say, listen, why am I paying you for this if you're not going to do it? Will they change their mind? Stop it! Stop it! It was saying use your intuition. No. Forgiveness. Use your intuition. So I think if you need to have a talk with them, whether it's a talk of, hey, listen, I have to have this help. No need to worry. There's going to be some kind of forgiveness. If he tells them, if he stands up for himself or he talks to them, will they do it? Take action, success. Yeah, I think they will. I think you just have to stand up for yourself. Can you give me a yes or no? They're saying no again. It's. I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to, and I think it's because you're not going to stand up to them, or maybe even if you do, they're just not going to. They might do something, but not all of the repairs. Is what I'm kind of getting. It's a yes and no type. It's a weird combination. Like they might do fix something, but they might say we're not doing that because we just did that last year or something like that. I don't know. Stop biting me! Stop it! Why are you biting me? Stop it! Stay calm, okay? It's alright. It's alright. I love you. You're a sweet boy. Yeah, and I know you need a girlfriend. I need a boyfriend, but we can't be that for each other. As much as you want that from me, I don't have what you need. Hey, Manu! Oh my God, Manu! I've been wondering where you've been. I've been asking Kailash every time I talk to him almost. Where's that guy? Where's that guy? You remember the guy that was having the hard time? I could not think of your name. Where have you been, sweetheart? Good to see you too, baby. I have missed you so much. You want him? I'll send him to you. He's a pain in the butt. I'm just kidding. I would never give him up. In fact, last Monday he flew away. And the next day I thought I was never going to see him again. I had to go to bed and leave him outside. I couldn't find him. The next day I went outside to see if he was out there. And I called him and I called him. And I called him Kailash. I accidentally called him Kailash for some reason. I don't know why I do that. But he's the only person that I call him by accident. You heard me say it a while ago. But he came back. He flew up to me and was like, "Mom, they had nothing good out there for me. He didn't like it out there." Thank you. He can be very sweet, but he's being his normal self right now. He's in mating season, and you can't touch him anywhere but on his head unless you're his person. And I'm his person, so he lets me touch him and he lets me hold him and play with him. Yes, he just wants Mama to play. He just wants Mama to tickle him and play with him. You're my baby. My baby. Yes, you are. Most birds won't let you hold them on their back like this, but he's a kayik, and they do. They're clowns. They're very, what do you call it? Sociable. They love a lot of different people. They can have, more than one person. If they're like in a family, they love to clown around. I need to trim his wings. I didn't realize they were so long. Look how long they are. Mama needs to cut your wings back. And your beak too, because you're starting to bite me again. But I went through the trees looking for him the other day, and that's why I have a sweater on, because my arm is torn all to shreds from briars. I was just going through there looking for him. I didn't even think about it. I could feel it ripping my skin, but I was like, I'm looking for my bird. I'm not worried about my skin getting ripped off. But the next day I was like, oh my God, my skin. I finally got my skin cleared up. I have skin problems because I have an autoimmune disease. Well, I'm going to ask Spirit myself. Okay, we have another question. Go ahead. Whoever's next, go ahead. Okay. Hey, where are you going? You can't play with the candles. They'll burn you. They will burn you. Are you going to pass university assistant exam? Let me check. Let's see what's going to happen with the university assistant exam. You want to, Cosmo? Let's find out if this person's going to pass it or not. Okay. Now, if you study hard and put in the work. Okay, we're going to assume that you do your part and you study and do what you got to do. Will they pass this university assistant exam? May I see, please? The situation will improve, but no. Okay. Is there anything they can do to pass this exam? Use your intuition when it comes to forgiveness and taking action. I don't know what the forgiveness is. Sometimes it's forgiving ourselves. Sometimes it's something that, it doesn't have to be like literal forgiveness. It means something though. And Spirit says, listen to your intuition when it comes to something that needs forgiveness. And you also need to take some kind of action. If they do that, will they pass? You will have an opportunity for recovery if you do these things. But it's still saying unlikely. I don't think so. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not seeing a yes. I'm not seeing a yes. I'm sorry. It's okay. Listen, there's something better for you. If this is not going to work out, the universe will have something better. Will the universe present a better opportunity? Not the right time, but you have to remain positive. You have to stay positive. If they'll stay positive and the timing is right, will there be a new opportunity? Ask for help from others. Be assertive. The situation will improve, and take action. And Cosmo just pulled the Empress card out of the middle of the deck with two other cards. Cosmo's playing the row. Alright, there's an Empress card here with the Two of Wands and a Seven of Cups and a Seven of Wands. So there's a lot of sevens coming out right here. I don't know who this message is for, but somebody is real quickly planning something that has to do with an Empress. Stop. 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 And being determined. But be careful that you're not coming up with grandiose ideas, that you're grounded in reality with whatever it is you're planning. This needs to be something attainable. Okay? What's going to be the outcome? Stop pulling cards. Come here. Damn it to hell. What will be her outcome if she's not grandiose? Okay. There's somebody that you have cherished memories of that needs to end. You need to stop thinking about this person. You're not using your intuition. And you're staying up at night thinking about this. What should they do instead? This could be somebody thinking about, Spirit says you're in denial. Like you don't know what to do. And the universe doesn't even know what to tell you to do. Can you give us an idea of what they can do? Somebody's taking too much and they've caused somebody to be drained and defeated. This could be your mother and you're taking too much from your mother. And this has caused her to be very weak. And you need to stop doing whatever you're taking. Stop taking from this person. It's like you're taking. And you're even making plans and being determined to ask for something that's grandiose. You're not using your intuition about this person and the cherished memories that you have, and this being the end. Why are you giving us this message? Because of somebody who's not able to work right now and having a haunting loss, okay? So, come on. That's it. I can't take it anymore. mating season. You can't put up with it. You just can't. They'll tear your skin all to hell. What is going to be the outcome for this Empress? The Emperor came out. The Emperor came out. And there's her new beginning. So she's going to find her identical match. She doesn't see this coming. It's like you think this is over and you'll have fond memories, but you're not using your intuition. Why did he come out in reverse, though? Because of... he wants to be in a relationship with you, but he wants to be in an unconventional relationship with you. And right now, it's like somebody needs healing. So what will be the outcome of the unconventional? There's a delay. He's very passionate about this, but he's being slow. He's taking his time to build a foundation. Why is he doing that? Because of the Nine of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Because of seeing the right perspective about standing on his own 2 feet and feeling like there's no hope, but needing clarity. Is there hope? Fill in the blank. Unaccepted responsibility and a Chariot. So, recovering and using your willpower. When you have not accepted your responsibility in things, it's like you used this woman for everything. And now, when she can't work and has nothing, you're not doing anything to help her. You don't even care. What is fill in the blank? The Ten of Cups in reverse. You don't love this person. You made the wrong choice. You chose someone else. How is that working out for you? Haunting loss and fear. Self-doubt. The Eight of Swords and the Five of Cups. So you're not happy there either, and you know that what you did was a senseless risk that you took. So what are you going to do to correct your behavior? There's going to be an offer made. And what will be the outcome of the offer when it's made? The Devil came out. And why is the Devil here? Because somebody is moving forward. Even though they're reluctant to change and they know it's going to cause a tower. And what will be the outcome if they just keep moving forward? It's like they're moving, it's like you take 1 step forward, 2 steps back. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. To prevent a tower. But this tower is coming. What is the tower? The tower is you finally getting this victory. This recognition. Being recognized for all of the hard times that you've had. The glorious win after falling from grace. You're going to have somebody that's going to give you an offer. And it looks like it's an emperor who really took advantage of you. They went in a new direction when you needed them the most. There could have been a car that was bought that was... the Ten of Wands is here. It's like they did not accept responsibility. It's like all they thought about was themselves. They weren't using their intuition. They thought this was over. It wasn't over. It's still not over. I'm seeing that movie, what's the name of that movie? The Notebook. I'm seeing that movie, The Notebook. Somehow that movie, The Notebook, plays a factor in this. Spirit, if you could give me a song for this relationship. So many messages from people. Oh my God. I've got so many things to do today. Okay. If you could give me a song for this relationship, what song would you give me? What song would you give me? Song for this relationship. Oh my God. You're not going to believe what I just got. Cemetery Gates by Pantera. So you're somebody who's into heavy metal. How does this person feel about this divine feminine? Like this is their past life love. How does the divine feminine feel about him? She's not confused. She's very clear. What does she know? What is she not confused about? The mistakes from the past. And what's connecting the two of you? Because something is or it wouldn't be showing up here. Boundaries are trash. Somebody's trapped and they feel like this is very negative, or it's like I'm trapped and there was a curse. It feels like there was a curse because there was no boundaries. Alright, well, what are you going to do about it? Withdraw and have an emotional storm. And what will be the outcome of that? It looks like you're going to go through the tower. There's going to be lust. And what are you going to do about your lust? You don't have the clarity you need about how deep this is and how that it should be only you. This person wants it to be only you. And you don't realize that. You need clarity. You're almost at your breaking point. Will they see that, Spirit? Once they get in enough pain, they're going through a lot of pain with whatever. They're longing for this even. You're longing for this relationship. It's like you can't stop thinking about it. No matter how hard you try. I don't think there's much communication going on between the two of you, but let's see what you might say to one another. Let's look at this deck right here. It's torn all to shreds because of Cosmo. If someone posts a question, I'll answer it. But until then, I'm going to do the reading Spirit's given me, because Spirit gave me a reading. Alright, what would the divine masculine say to this feminine? I think I'm falling in love with you. And what would she say to him? I love the way you love me. So why are y'all not together? Why are you not together? Because I don't even like to text, but I'll text you all day long. So apparently, you're impossible to love. You're my impossible love. Why are they an impossible love? Because I just want honesty and you lie to me, but I miss you. I think I miss you. And I miss you so much all the time, actually. So what are you lying about? Wanting a booty call. That lust. How much you would like to be with this person. Why are you lying about that? Why are you lying about that? Tell them why you're lying. Why are you lying? Because you have me confused with someone else. Okay. And I think I could marry you one day. Alright. Who do they have you confused with? Who are you really? You change up on me all the time. And I'll never forgive you. You're so messy. And I can't love you the way I want. So it looks like maybe you're with somebody else. And they are saying, you have me confused with somebody else. Or maybe they're saying you have me confused with somebody else because I feel like I could. You might not think this person cares about you because of the shit you've done to them. Because you've done some shit to them. And you change up on them. You go, you're hot and cold. One minute you care, you love this person, and the next minute you're acting like you could care less. If you could say the truth about how you feel, what would you say to this person? Hold on. Something right here. How did that happen? Somebody got spooked, and it's easier to just stay away right now. If you could tell this person the truth about how you feel, what would you say? I feel like this is the masculine talking here, but I don't know. What would this person say? My heart is telling me to just do it. Your beauty still moves me, and I'm not the same person that you remember. I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. And see, that's the person that he or she was saying, you're not, you have me confused with somebody else. Like, you don't know who I am anymore. I don't think you even know who this person is because you haven't talked to them in so long. What would they say back? I wish I could take back the things I said. So whoever this is would say they wish they could take back the things they said. So you said something probably mean, and they've been looking you up online to see what you've been up to. What else would the person say back? The grass wasn't greener. Yeah, see, they went towards someone else. And is it possible to forgive and forget? And I think in this case it definitely is. Your words linger in my mind. I think whatever happened between the two of you, I think you can work it out. You just have to want to. But I think one of you is with somebody else. I think you resonate strongly with the original reading. What are the possibilities? Let's see. Let's look at what would this relationship look like if the two of you would get together? Chosen family and mismatched. Your puzzle pieces from two different boxes. No matter how hard you try, you just don't fit. But this would be your chosen family. Why are you feeling mismatched? I don't believe that. I think you would match. I think you're wrong. I don't think you're aware of something. Oh, there's a toxic cycle that needs to be broken. So you are mismatched right now. So if you would get out of this toxic relationship, how would it be between you and this person? You got to get out of that toxic shit first before the two of you could be together. All right, you would have shared healing. You would be seen together. You would be a dream team. And you would be... Right now you're settling and afraid to leave and avoiding this. But you're in a toxic cycle with someone who is not a good match for you. But you could actually choose who your family is, have shared healing, and be seen as a dream team. And you would also be a shared mirror. You are whoever I was talking to in the first reading. But Spirit gave you a little bit more specific. What is it going to take for this person to stop settling? What is it going to take? Communication, a mind connection. Stop worrying about the biological clock ticking. Enduring love and mutual growth. So, the only thing I see here that you need to stop worrying about is your biological clock. And also the addiction that it looks like you have under control. You two are lovebirds. You two are super, super amazing together. You're choosing family. Like, this person is already somebody that you consider family. You're in love with this person, though. That's what it would take. It would take communication. You guys can talk for hours and never run out of shit to talk about. And this is an enduring love. No matter what happens, it never ends. And both of you are willing to do the work, put in mutual effort together. What happens if you don't choose this person? Because this looks like a beautiful relationship. This is your fantasy and future spouse. So it looks like you are going to choose this person. And there will be parenthood somehow. You could have a child together. Maybe you feel like it's too late for you to have a child together. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you need to try. This looks like the one. I'm just saying, it looks like the one. I don't know why you're choosing this other person you're not a good match for. You can't have children with them, maybe. You're avoiding this, you're afraid to leave, avoiding settling, toxic cycle, and mismatch. That's horrible. That's horrible. And I can tell you right now how it feels to live in that kind of situation. And it is not any fun. It is not any fun. What might be the outcome here? Because I feel there's something about to happen. What might happen here? Something's about to happen. You feel like you have no escape. What's the truth? That you have someone who's incomparable that you would like to have a commitment with, even though you feel like you can't escape. Alright, what are you hiding? That you're not sorry. What do you mean you're not sorry? You feel desperate and worried. And you're angry. And you're not sorry. Alright, so what are you showing? That's what you're keeping hidden. What are you showing? That you're a player and that it's not the right time. What's the truth? That I choose you, but I'm fighting it. And what's going to happen next? You're not going to eliminate anyone. Trust your intuition. You're overthinking this and you're no longer going to self-please. What are you going to do instead of self-pleasing? You don't know yet, but you have a friendship that you're telepathic with. And they're incomparable and you're going to have an epiphany. What's your epiphany? To stop pretending. And what will that look like? It'll look like drama with the competition. And what will be the outcome of that? That other person you're with is going to get mad. You'll get healing when you'll be dating somebody new. The one that's all in your head. That's been waiting for a long time to be with you. You'll finally be with them. And you'll get healing with the other person. You just have to make up your mind that you're not going to fight this anymore. You're choosing this person. You're pissed off. You're worried. You feel like somebody's desperate and that you haven't apologized. What should you do about all that? Online dating came out. Why do you say online date? Because of being a player. So you're online dating all these other women. You're being a player. That's why you're not self-pleasing anymore. What is going to be the outcome of that? You're going to say, you first. I'm not moving. You know where to find me. And now I have new love. What will they do when it comes to you first? Regret. They're going to have regret. Why will they regret that? Because you have new love. Because this person's going to get away And you're not going to mean for it to happen, but it's going to happen. And what will be their outcome when they get away? Huh. They're going to find someone that can be trusted. It'll be only them, and they're going to make them prove it. I can trust you. It's only you, and you're going to prove that to them. It's like this person's proving this, and they're going to say you're not going to be helpless. What do they mean you're not going to be helpless? Because you're going to have this epiphany that you can't move on. Why can't you move on? Because they won't give you another chance, and now they're pushing your buttons. And this is not your fantasy. There's a commitment you want really bad, but you're ruining it. You're ruining it, and there's a lot of online shit going on because of you ignoring this person. What's going to be the outcome for the two of you? There will be no more obstacles, okay? And what will you do? You're going to know you're protected. And what does that mean? Why are you protected? Because of an awakening. What are you waking up to? You're awakening to something. That this is not strictly sexual, it's balanced. Why does that matter? Because it's your twin flame. Use your intuition about marriage and going slow. And being patient. Outcome of the twin flame. Regret. Outcome of the marriage. There's going to be no stability because somebody plays too hard. They spend too much money on stupid shit, and y'all are on different pages. So, if you're not going to be with the twin flame, what will be their outcome with someone new? Passion. What else? No more time apart. And show me what's be the outcome from that. No true love. No true love. And denial. So they're in denial about true love. What's the truth? I'm going to put true love back in. What's the truth about the passion and no more time apart? No true love came out again. This is not their true love. Somebody's going to take a leap of faith. Outcome of your leap of faith. Oh my God. You're going to make a decision. Alright, and what's your decision? Woo! There will be... You're going to be vulnerable and open up to this person, and they're going to give you a second chance. Use your intuition fell on the floor. But if you'll be vulnerable and open up, if you'll decide to open up and be honest and real with this person, they will give you a second chance to take that leap of faith. But you have to be ready to do it, and you have to do it. You can't be scared. And right now you're afraid because of everything you have to lose. And I don't think you're going to do it. I think you're going to stay where you are. No, go ahead, Kailash. Do you want me to just answer you for yes or no? You just want yes or no, baby? That reading's over. I don't know who that was for, but they're watching, obviously. Oh, well. Hey! Ask now. Go ahead, you guys. I'm here. What's up, Julianne in the house? I've been wondering where you been, girl. How you doing, baby? Arushi, not Arushi. Whoever's here. Kailash and my other moderator. Who is she? Yeah, it's Arushi. Ask your questions. I'm doing alright. I was filling out an online application a while ago. I'm trying to get a job bad. They told me that I'm going to have a contract position, 2 of them. It's just a matter of getting the contracts in place, and they're dragging their feet, and I don't have time for that. I heard your question, but Kailash asked you to hold off a minute because there's a couple of people ahead of you. Is the EZG? I heard your question, but Kailash said that you have to wait. So you have to wait until he tells you to. Thank you, baby. Kailash, are you with me? Y'all make sure you're liking the video, okay? I know you have to go out to like it, but make sure you do that for me, please. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You're awesome. Okay? Okay. Let me just ask yes or no. Once the CAT scan's done, will treatment be swift? Diagnosis and treatment be swift? Once she gets the CAT scan, will her diagnosis and treatment be quick? May I see, please, once she gets that CAT scan, if that diagnosis will be, and the treatment will be quick? No. Spirit wants you to trust and look for a sign, but it's saying no in reverse. The situation will improve, though. So, will she, between now and this time next year, will she be diagnosed and be treated for what's wrong with her? Spirit says you're going to have abundance, but not in the near future. Don't let go, though. So it looks like you're going to have a lot of help or a lot of something in abundance. You're going to have something in abundance. But this CAT scan is not going to lead you to a swift diagnosis and treatment. It's just not. Let me see if I can find out. Can you tell me when she might, they said use the other deck. May I get her guides to help me get a good answer for her about when she might get diagnosed and treated for what's wrong with her? May I have an answer, please? On a Thursday within 3 months. Guides and angels, Holy Spirit of the living God, may I please have an answer for her diagnosis and treatment date? Within 2 weeks, within 3 months. May I see a specific time when her diagnosis and treatment will be here? Within a year, within 3 months. May I see when her treatment and diagnosis. Show me when her diagnosis and treatment will begin. Spirit God, thank you so very much. It says in July is when your treatment and diagnosis will begin. And something's going to happen on Sunday. Will they send her to somewhere like a medical university after the CAT scan? Ask for help from others. Yes, yes, that's what they're going to do. You're exactly right. And that's how you're going to get that diagnosis by July. I think they're going to start working on finding out what's wrong. Thank you, Julie. Good luck, baby. I feel you. Not having money, not having medication, it's a real struggle. And it's not a time in your life when you want to find a new relationship because you feel like you have nothing to offer but a bunch of shit. Who wants that? Who wants to carry that? Am I wrong for thinking that way? Go ahead, whoever's next. I'm just talking. You're welcome. Is anybody else going to ask me a question? Yeah, and it's hard to find somebody that is, first of all, able to help you, but to actually love you and want to help you, that's a lot. That's like the universe putting somebody in front of you and saying, this is the one. Okay, Kailash, what's your question? And the universe can do that, but it doesn't happen very often. Kailash, do you just want me to give you a yes or no about what you did this morning? Or do you have a different question, sweetheart? Go ahead and ask me, because I'm getting tired. I'm getting ready to end. I'm getting really tired. Can I have some trinkets while I wait for him to post his question? Trinkets for whoever might be watching that's resonating with this reading today. So good to have my India people back in the house, my regulars. Okay, I have a leaf for the fall. I have a ring, very beautiful diamond ring. I have a star. I have a unicorn. Uh-oh. There it went. My earpiece came out. Sorry about that, guys. I also have a phone call. I keep dropping them. A shell. That's bill collector. You want to know when I'm going to pay them. When I find out, I'll tell you. I have a shell. A fancy heart with a cross. A sun that says, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. An elephant. An angel. A skull and crossbones. A hanged man. A bat and a ball. The letter M. The letter M. A butterfly. A gun. A palm tree. A sunshine. Remember, the sun kept coming out. A music note. An EKG heart-looking monitor thing. Some sort of nurse or EKG specialist. Whatever they call that. Might have a heart murmur. I don't know. There's some kind of... It's like a... Oh, it's a Pegasus. I'm sorry. Somebody is a card reader who has really small hands. You could be a child even. And then I have a mermaid. A mermaid. You could have a child who reads cards. This one stayed on the table. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Did you, how does this new company look for you? Will I get a good growth and money with them? Can I get an answer for Kailash when it comes to this new company that he's applied to? Is he going to get an offer with good money and growth? Is this going to be a good opportunity coming Kailash's way? May I see, please? Is there going to be a good opportunity with growth and lots of abundance coming Kailash's way with this new company? This new company that he's applied to, may we see if it's going to produce the fruits that he is looking for in a job. You're ready, Spirit says. It's up to you. So you're ready, but somehow it's up to you. There's something you still have to do, maybe. If he does that and he's ready, will he get it? And it be what he... Romance. Somehow it's like you're going to love this. They're going to love you. But there's unhelpful people. Why are unhelpful people showing up? Because don't stop. It won't be within the next few months, but there's going to be some unhelpful people. Listen to your intuition. I think you understand what I'm saying. I think. But there's romance showing up and unhelpful people. But don't stop. It's not going to happen within the next few months. It'll happen, but just not right away. But you are ready. You're going to love this job, I think. And whoever these unhelpful people are, listen to your intuition about that. But can we get a yes or no about the money and the growth? It's up to you again. Meditation brings answers. Spirit keeps saying that's up to you, but don't let go. Hang on. What will be the outcome for Kailash with this new company, assuming he gets the job? What would be the outcome? Again, love. Love. I don't know if that means you're going to love the job or if it means you're going to meet somebody and fall in love on this job. Or if, I don't know. Okay, can you give me some specifics about taking this job and how it might work out? The media came out for you, Kailash. Why is that here? Because that's the right path, and you're going to manage money. Okay, what about this new job? Is that... Spirit says you're going to be a phoenix rising and have transportation and get recognition on your new job. Right now you don't have transportation or something. You might need a ride to work. And that might be why there's no helpful people. You might need somebody to give you a ride to work or something. But somehow somebody's going to give you recognition. Outcome of the recognition? A partnership when it comes to science. Why is it coming out in reverse? Because you're celebrating, okay? And there's no counselor. Why does he need a counselor? Because of no parenthood. Alright. And it's something maybe that happened that was legal. I'm not asking anything else. I'm done. I don't know what's going on here, but you do. That's what I got for you, though. It looks like, yes, you're going to have success with this job, but it keeps showing love. I don't know if that means they're going to love you, you're going to love them. I don't know what the hell it means. But it looks like a positive outcome. I didn't get anything negative, except that you were going to have problems with unhelpful people. So just be careful who you let into your life while you're on this job, because there's going to be some kind of love there, but not everybody. You're welcome, Julie. Thank you. Thank you, Kailash. I guess I did it. If I did a reading for you, I just did it for you. If I was doing it for me, I would have said I'm just doing it for me. But our readings, I think, are going to always come out very similar. Just because for some reason. When were you born? I'm a Fucus. A Sagittarius, but I'm actually an Fucus. I think we have similar birth charts, to be honest with you. Alright, I'm going to ask Spirit about my employment. Am I going to get a job anytime soon, like in the next couple of weeks? Am I going to get a job before the end of the month? Will I get a job? No. Will I get a job next month? Will I have a job by next month, by the end of next month? Choose a new direction and take action. Be assertive. Choose a new, it's saying don't choose a new direction and don't take action and be assertive. What do I need to do? Compromise and stay positive. And there's romance showing up. Fucking romance. Whatever. Why is romance showing up? Because of the Magician and the Six of Wands. Why is romance showing up? Because of the Nine of Swords and the Six of Wands in reverse. Because this has been humiliating as hell, and the worry of it has kept me up at night. And I didn't deserve this. Because there's going to be a wheel where I've been humiliated. Why is romance here? Because of being somebody who's withstood a fucking shit ton of adversity. And an Empress who has lost her courage. And it feels like she's drowning. Why is that? What does romance have to do with that? Because of the Knight of Coins, the Ten of Wands, the Emperor in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This is an identical match for me, astrologically. A man. But he is also struggling financially, it looks like. So how is he going to help me? Because of the Queen of Pentacles. Why are you saying that? That's me, I think. Because of fill in the blank, and they feel like they have no choice. They feel like you are a very abundant, motherly, concerned, caring, compassionate person. And they feel like they have no choice but to do something. You're not using your intuition. What are they planning? Wish fulfillment? Somebody's planning on wish fulfillment for me. And reassessing my priorities. And what will be the outcome of the wish fulfillment? There will be a tower. There's going to be a tower. You show me what that's going to be, then I'm going to realize that somebody has not been honest with me. Can you show me what that means? It means there's a Hierophant here. What do you mean they're not honest about the Hierophant? When it comes to me recovering from these losses and the trauma that I've been through. I already know they lied, but what does that have to do with anything? Like, why are you telling me this? Because of somebody who is going to come in with these, it's like an Ace of Cups. It's like a friendship type vibe. Why is that here? Because of the devil. The devil keeps showing up. Why is the devil here with such an innocent, somebody's very attracted, but their feelings are not that great for me. Because they have a lot of cherished memories. They have a lot of fond memories. They're my friend. And they have a strong desire for something. What is the devil? They want to have a relationship with me because they see how passionate I am and that I am good at resolving conflict when it comes to work. They know that I will figure this out. They're not worried about that. They're worried about how I'm going to make it until I do. Which makes sense. Because they know right now I can't take care of myself. So, are they going to make a move here? Right now, it looks like not. They want to, but it doesn't look like they are. It looks like they're not able to. The Star is here, though. Why is the Knight of Swords in reverse? That could be a lie. It's like this person thinks, somebody thinks this is over. What's the truth? That's a lot of cards. The Queen of Swords, the Page of Coins, the Ace of Coins, and Judgment. So where somebody thinks this is over because of the lies and the chaos and everything that's happened, this person doesn't see an opportunity. They're not seeing the truth about an opportunity that's coming their way. This could be me. There's an opportunity coming. I just don't think I see it because I am so discouraged. Well, what's going to be the outcome of the opportunity? Burnout and generous giving. Not looking good, y'all. What do I need to do different? I need to meet this man right here. That's my identical match. One of us has a Capricorn placement, and I don't know, the other one is another earth sign. We might both have Capricorn. Look, they want to come in and show love to me and be in a relationship with me. And we're both very abundant people. But right now I'm struggling, and I don't see that I have opportunities left in me because I feel like they've ruined my career. And they have damaged it severely. I'll just have to wait and see what happens because, I mean, the door's always open. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always ready for a new adventure. Just tell me where you want me to meet you and send me a plane ticket. I'm all for it. I don't have the money to do it right now. Alright, so I guess it is what it is. Beautiful reading, though. You guys have a wonderful day, okay? There was someone else ahead of you that didn't get their question answered. Kailash cut the questions off for today. There's a few that didn't get their answers today. If you guys will come back tomorrow, I'll get to you tomorrow, okay? I love you all, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.